It's Week 7 of the National Football League, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Browns and the Jaguars, and it's coming up next on Madden NFL 22.
The calendar may say autumn, but temperatures are still pretty sweltering here in North Florida. But the good news, the radar is clear. Still, hydration will be key today at TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with the Cleveland Browns. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Jaguar team. They come in playing reasonably well. Losers the last time out, but winners of 4 or 5 before that. Meanwhile, for the Browns here, they've come in on a nice run of recent form. 4 wins out of 5.
And the offense, my goodness, over 50 points in the win last weekend. When you do that, you're not going to lose very many games, maybe not any games.
Toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. As we take a peek at Sam Darnold, the former USC Trojan and 3rd pick in the 2018 draft.
I love just about everything about him. Love his game, love his makeup, love his moxie. One of my favorite words. This guy's a competitor. Gritty, tough, you name it, he's got it. But he did throw an interception in last week's game. That contributed to a loss. And despite the fact he threw 3 touchdown passes, he's going to be out there redoubling his efforts and trying to play better.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. And whoa, he's going to hope that that is not a sign of things to come. A rude welcoming to this ball game. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Out of the shotgun. Here's now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Micah Parsons in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And this offense, they're going to have an excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So here are the Browns now with great starting field position. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And what a game he is coming off of.
Oh, unbelievable.
Absolutely. And you know how much I love the history of the game. He broke a record held by the Dutchman,
Norm Van Brockman,
right? You got to go all the...
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Juan Thornhill. And the Jaguars are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. Not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know the fans are thinking right now, I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Robinson, a first down and then some. He's at the 50, 30, past the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. James Robinson, 93 yards. And the Jags have taken the early lead. McManus's point after is good, and that makes the score 7-0. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And he'll need to find a way to shrug off the opening drive, if you can even call it a drive. One play and an interception, so he's got to forget that.
I know that in today's football, we have a good number of coaches who don't look at time of possession the way that the old school guys did. But there's still a place for it. And I think that on this drive, after having thrown that interception, they're going to want to eat up a little bit more clock and run some offense and give their defense a little bit of a break.
Play action. It's Lawrence. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
They go play action now. Lawrence. Catch made here by Campbell. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3-and-out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the first down.
And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. First carry for Nick Chubb. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage. But every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled him with the inside run.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Chubb will get the call running left. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
For it. Here's Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point attempt to follow here. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And Nick Chubb, the one to finish it off, as he does so with a touchdown run. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. James Robinson and the rest of the Jags offense set to go to work once more. Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes. Steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen. On 1st and 10, Darnold. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Blankenship out for the point after. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2. From just shy of midfield, Darnold. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Now it's Darnold. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. On play action, Lawrence. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
They go play action with Lawrence. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a second down here. Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. Drops it off for Chubb. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Now Chubb. Chubb will have the first down and much more. And he'll be taken down at the 26. 40 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. On first down, Lawrence rolling to his right. That's going to be caught. Touchdown. DJ Chark, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. And the quarterback was in the pocket, flushed out, had to go on the run, little scramble drill action, but still able to make the play for the score.
Where's Sir Francis Tarkenton when you need him? I know that wasn't him on the field, but I see that number 10 running around right now, creating those types of plays. These guys today are emulating him.
Wasn't sure you were going to get Sir Francis Tarkenton into the broadcast, but you did, my friend. Well done.
Hey, every now and then we got to bring back the old guys, don't we?
Yeah. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and it's now 21-7. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw, Darnold. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. Got a man open, it's Tyler Higbee. And he takes this way down, deep into Cleveland territory. It's a big play for the Jaguars. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. On the run, it's Robinson. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. On 2nd and 9, Darnold. Oh, a strip. The ball comes out. And this is picked up by the Browns. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Jaguars back with it on offense.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Here's Darnold. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Russell. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. Darnold now to throw. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. Now Lawrence. He'll buy some time right. And Chark calls it in. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards.
Big plays are starting to become the trend here in this first half, and everything that they've tried has worked. And there's another example right there.
So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. Lawrence. Throwing left side, it's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Browns are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and the rout is on here in this first half. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Jags going to go on offense now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Off of play action. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. They run. Robinson. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. And returning it, here's Hamler. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
That one complete. He finds Shark. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big connection on that one. 32 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Being chased out left. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A big play that time through the air. 36 yards.
How about the first half he's putting together? Well over 100 yards already with that last catch. And to me, they'd be well served to keep looking his way. A number of big plays already in this one.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run with Chubb. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter.
Go. Hey, 4 down. Mike 8. We got to get the ball. Hey, Seam 6. Ready?
Here's Lawrence. The quick slant caught.
Baby, get him, boy.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball. Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
It's just me and you. It's just me.
Now Lawrence on first down. Steps away. And he goes out right around the 39. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. Now Lawrence to throw. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3 from the gun. It's a give to Chubb. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 57 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Lawrence will throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And, oh, that would get a wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Yep. Hey, Sam off. Kill. Shoot.
Handoff comes to Chubb. Fights him off. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll roll him out right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Jags are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Pretty much And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
After review of the play, ruling on the field stands.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner.
Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And out across midfield down to the 45. A big play there on the catch and run. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. To throw is Darnold. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Mike 42. Hey, check.
2nd down and 10, Darnold. This pass complete to Higgins. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play that time on the catch and run. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that one complete once again to Higgins. And the Jags are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up. They'll try and run. This is Robinson. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. 3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable.
Mike 42, check, Mike 42.
Now Darnold. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Tyler Higbee, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars get a score closer. Extra point from McManus is good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it culminates in a Jags touchdown. Now Pollard. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now Nick Chubb of the Browns gets set for their next possession. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a 2nd time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that 2nd score here in the 3rd quarter. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. K'Lavon Chaisson. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Looking for Campbell downfield. And got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big connection on that one. 39 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now Lawrence. He's going to take another shot here. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Tony Pollard. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter.
And that's another route that defenders would vote to take out of the game.
The wheel route?
Oh, without a doubt. You're just trying to move everybody in one direction. And whether it's a running back or another receiver, as they zip out on the sideline, you've got a problem on your hands.
Yeah, well, the defenders hate it there. It happened, and it resulted in a touchdown. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Jacksonville set to go again offensively. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now it's Darnold. And he comes back with one complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. 84 yards. And the Jaguars get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. McManus's point after is good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And I actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the 4th quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A give. This is Chubb. And they'll get to him just inside the 15, even after that strong run we witnessed. On the stop that time, it was Josie Jewell.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
They run it again with Chubb. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run,
touchdown, Browns! A great effort there. His 2nd Browns could be on their way to a 5-2 start as they add on to their lead. Well, definitely a good day's work throwing the football. Very good day's work. A 4th touchdown passes. They're really pouring it on.
Yeah, and so much for going into clock mode after getting that touchdown, right? Because you would think with the lead, 4th quarter, they might actually do that. No chance. They've kept attacking and got another touchdown pass as a result.
Rodrigo Blankenship on for the PAT. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it's capped off by the Browns touchdown.
Set to kick off.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Darnold going to throw right side here, complete. Touchdown! A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. Extra point from McManus is good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They go play action with Lawrence. 20, 10, and down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A big connection on that one, 39 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Well, Brennan, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. They'll give it to Chubb. And this time he is in.
Yes.
Nick Chubb with touchdown number 15 of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Now Blankenship on for the PAT. And that'll increase their lead to 28. 5 plays there on that drive. And Nick Chubb, the one to finish it off, as he does so with a touchdown run. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line.
That's it, baby. We got one.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end that feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Higbee secures it over the middle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Mike's 42. Mike's 42. He can't hang. He's not going to give me.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. And a great example. But now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. McManus's point after is good, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Pollard to return from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. That one looks like he'll throw here. Sliding out of the pocket. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
Forced out to his left. Throwing left side, it's complete. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. On play action, Lawrence. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. And the Jaguars are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. The baseball folks, Charles, they like to talk about the 3 true outcomes, a strikeout, a walk, or a home run. But for this quarterback, it's been the 2 true outcomes here. He's got 4 touchdown passes, but now a 3rd interception.
And it pains you to think that you have to try and tell him to rein it in. But at the same time, you can't just chuck it up there and hope for the best. An old-school football coach.
And Darnold going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. From the 5 now, 2nd and a yard. A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Browns take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
Darnold on 1st down. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Cleveland,